Hello, hello. Oh my gosh, I am so honored to be your ASMR ambassador. How are you? Do you need absolutely anything? I have some food, I have some water. What do you need? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I am so sorry. I never would have suggested water if I knew it was poisonous to your species. I'm so sorry. But my name is Ariel, and I'm here to show you around some of Earth's most common objects so that you can kind of get a feel for human culture a little bit. How does that sound to you? Okay, great. I'm so excited. Again, if you need anything, please just let me know. I am your humble servant. You are so cool. I've read so much about you, so okay, great. So we're gonna start off with something that is used a lot because a lot of humans are addicted to a substance called caffeine. So this right here is called a mug, M-U-G. And it is used to hold liquids that we drink, like this. And a lot of times these mugs hold coffee, which is this substance that has a compound called caffeine in it, which makes people super alert and kind of gets their heart going and kind of wakes them up for the day. So coffee can be hot or cold. It can be iced, or it can be really hot, like coming out from like boiling. And so a nice ceramic mug like this can really make it so that the substance doesn't burn you when you put your hand on the mug. Yes. There's lots of different ways to make coffee. You can use coffee beans and actually grind them up. If you have like a coffee maker, you could use instant coffee, which is like the grounds that you just put in boiling water. That's what I tend to use. But yes, it's very hard to wake up in the morning a lot of the time just because we like to sleep, we like to rest. So that is why coffee is used by a lot of people. So the next object that I'm going to show you is called a notebook. This is what it looks like. So this is essentially a bound collection of pages made from paper that you can write on to record things, to make sure that you can remember things, or say you want to write a grocery list to make sure you remember what you need to get from the store for food. We have these things called supermarkets or grocery stores where you can go in and buy the food that you need for yourself and for your family. So a lot of times people want to make sure they don't forget what they need, so they write it down in a notebook like this. Oh yes, so these are called sea turtles, and they are these really majestic, serene creatures that live for a long time, and they make these wonderful odysseys throughout the sea. Are there any sea creatures where you're from? Because you have a methane sea, is that correct? Okay, so what sort of creatures are in there? Oh, you know what? That sounds amazing. I really like cats, and they also have sharp fangs, and they also really like to murder things. So believe me, I think that that's really cute. Okay, so I am going to write in this to just show you how that works, and I'm going to use this object called a pen. This pen is in the color purple, and it has a cap here so that ink inside of it doesn't dry out, and then this little tip dispenses ink onto the page so that you can write stuff. And the ink is kind of held in this well here. And this pen is getting low on ink, so you can't really see it in the well. Okay. Oh, also this little thing is used to attach the pen to a page or whatever you need to attach it to. It goes like See how nifty that is? All right, we're gonna open the notebook to a page, and I'm not gonna really write anything sensical, but just show you how the pen works. All right. So see how it dispensed the ink onto the page? Oh, what was that? No, oh my goodness, I actually did not know that this was anything in your language. I'm so sorry that it was offensive to you. Oh my god, I am so embarrassed. I will just write something else. So that I can show you. I am so sorry again. This is even worse. You know what, I'm just gonna stop. I'm going to quit the notebook. This is what a notebook is. Is there anything I can do to make it up to you? I really do apologize. I'm so sorry. I can just get on with the, yeah, okay. All right, okay. Speaking of pages and stuff, the next thing I have to show you is a book. These are read for entertainment or to gain knowledge. This particular book is the first book in a really good series of books that is super popular because it has a whole filmed show that corresponds with it, that is shown on the TV, and I'm sure that you have seen a TV when you joined the UN meeting, because like slides can be projected on there. But essentially you can see moving images on the TV that were filmed with a camera and with fancy audio equipment to really capture actors play a part. And a lot of times things that are filmed are adapted from books like these. So as you can see, it's just absolutely filled with writing. Yeah. So you just start from here and then you just read along. You go from the left to the right and you go down the page. Isn't that cool? Yeah, so there's this thing that happens when we read, which is that we kind of get immersed in the world. And we start to see things in our mind's eye that are being told to us. So, for example, the very first page, there's a section, second page. Will could see the tightness around Garrett's mouth, the barely suppressed anger in his eyes under the thick black hood of his cloak. Garrett had spent 40 years in the Night's Watch, man and boy, and he was not accustomed to being made light of. Yet it was more than that. Under the wounded pride, Will could sense something else in the older man. You could taste it, a nervous tension, and that came perilously close to fear. So, basically, when I was reading that, I could kind of see this character named Will and the character named Garrett and Garrett's cloak. So that's why we read. We can kind of escape into other worlds and live many lifetimes by reading. So this is a book. Okay, next up, I've been talking about food a little bit. You know, we have to get food in order to survive and provide for our families. This is something that we use to eat food with. This little thing is called a fork. A fork. Fork. Yeah, so it has these 4 tines here that actually spear food, and then we can eat it with our mouth. And oftentimes we use our dominant hand to eat. And in some old literature, some old books, people say, like, they define the dominant hand as the hand that you hold your fork with, which is kind of interesting. So this is used by so many people to eat their food, and it's also used in conjunction with something called a spoon, something called a knife, but since I'm just giving you a quick introduction, I don't want to overwhelm you. This is a fork. This is a fork. Okay, what's next? Oh yes, okay, so you may have noticed I am wearing clothing, I have garb on. That's just something that is common in my culture. So I have this shirt here to kind of show you what clothing is. So this shirt is in the colors blue and orange. Blue and orange. This is orange and this is blue. And your head goes through this hole and then your arms go through these holes here. And your torso goes through this one. This is a shirt. And there are so many different styles of shirts, so many different things you can wear. There are things you can wear on your body that are not shirts. You can wear things called pants, you can wear things called shorts, skirts, tank tops, long sleeve shirts where these sleeves are much longer. You do not just have to wear shirts that are in the colors blue and orange. You can wear shirts of any colors. Blouses, jackets, sweatshirts. Yeah, so there's lots of options. Okay, next up, keeping in line with the shirt sort of thing, a lot of people wear something called purses on their shoulders, across their body, to carry things. So this is a purse, and it's kind of cool because you can open it, and inside there is a whole space for you to put anything you want to put in there. So say I wanted to bring my fork with me somewhere, I just place my fork in there, and now I can carry it. If I wanted to add my notebook, see? So it's really nifty, and then you can just close it like that. And then on the back, there's even another little section. And even inside, we have this zipper. This is a crossbody chain, so it goes like this. So that is a purse, and a lot of people have varying bags of different sizes. Some of them go over your shoulders, some of them you just hold in your hand, but they just really help to carry things that you need to have with you when you go out, when you are going to a job, when you are going really anywhere. There's certain things that you probably want to have with you. Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at, also stuff that we wear, is a scarf. So this, as you can see, is a long strip of fabric. It's pretty long, and it's long on this side too, so it folds up. And so all this fabric goes around your neck like this, and it keeps you warm in the cold because your neck can sometimes be exposed in the cold. So this is how I wear my scarves. Yeah, so these are just really, really nice to wear. Okay, next we have something that we like to eat. It's technically eating, but we really just kind of suck on these in our mouths until they dissolve. And this is called, there are none inside, but these are little breath mints, which just help us keep a nice breath. Maybe when we are going out in public, when we are seeing somebody and we're kind of self-conscious about our breath. So these are in the flavor wintergreen, and essentially what you do, so they're just like about this big, you pop one in your mouth and then you suck on it, and it will dissolve in your mouth, and it will kind of disperse that scent around your mouth so that when you breathe, people can smell wintergreen on your breath, like a minty type of smell. Okay. This, also a type of smelly thing, is a candle. So this smells really good. Can your scent receptors pick this up? Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll hold it away from you then. I'm so sorry. For me, it's pleasant, but I totally understand different scent receptors. Totally. But a lot of people use these, so they light this little wick in the center here with fire, and then the flame kind of like stays there, and this wax all around it melts, okay, and the wick goes all the way through the wax, and as the wax melts, it exudes the scent that you smelled earlier. And candles have all sorts of different scents. You can probably find a candle with any scent in the world, and they have different names. So this one is called Take It Easy, and it has lilac, cucumber, and green tea scents. So these are very often used by people to make a place smell a certain way, or a really, really good use of them is just to light up a room. There are candles that are not scented, and they are used to light up a space when it's dark because they hold fire in them. Fire is bright and warm, and it allows us to see in the dark because we do not have very good night vision. These are used in religious ceremonies, which are events where various beings, deities, gods are recognized and worshipped. And candles, whether with scent or with light and warmth or all three, can really add to the ambiance, and they can be a very important part of cultural festivities and traditions. Okay, our next thing is used for office work and school work. It's called tape. And tape is very useful. Can you feel this? Yeah, feel it. It's sticky. and it sticks things together when you need them to hold together. So that can often be pieces of paper like we saw in the notebook. Tape like this is used a lot by children when they're doing art projects. What kinds of art do you have on your planet? Oh, I'm just somebody who nods when I don't know what. I don't know what you're. I'm sorry. I should probably stop that habit. I just nod, just to, eliminate awkwardness. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's really cool. I will look into that. That sounds amazing. Here on Earth, a lot of children will use pieces of paper and tape them together to make different shapes on the paper or to have different colors. Just a good way for them to do crafts and exercise their creative mind. So that's tape. Okay, our very last item is a shoe. So shoes go on our feet, and they just help us walk around without hurting our feet. This particular shoe is a little bit more fancy. It was used by me for a certain event, but there are lots of shoes out there, lots of everyday shoes and running shoes and hiking boots and stylish boots, and just there are a lot of shoes. And yeah, our feet are a little bit fragile. It's good to have shoes on them to keep our feet from getting cut up, and to keep us from getting certain infections in our feet. So this is a shoe. This is a shoe. Alrighty, well, I really appreciate you meeting with me today and allowing me to show you around some of our basic items. And if you would like, I can show you more in the future. I, again, want to apologize profusely for the writing debacle and also for the smell of the candle. But I hope that your day is wonderful and that everybody aboard the mothership is just having a great week. Yeah, totally. It's a real honor to meet you, so thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. Bye. Yeah.